Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for September month, and the topic here that we'll be discussing here is sports. Session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. You will be learning multiple things. Also, I'll suggest you all to take notes, as it will be very beneficial for your revision perspective. When the exam comes, you will be reading these notes, that will be beneficial. Let's start. First is, in which stadium the 22-foot statue of Bharat Ratna Sachin Tendulkar was unveiled in November 2023? Tell me, in which stadium was it unveiled? So this stadium, where is it? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and the name of the stadium is Wankhede Stadium. Take a note of this, important. In Wankhede Stadium, a 22-foot long statue of Sachin Tendulkar was unveiled. And if you remember, Sachin Tendulkar was also appointed national icon by Election Commission of India in order to promote voter awareness. Next thing, remember, recently Max Verstappen, he won F1 Mexico City Grand Prix 23. I repeat, he won F1 Mexico City Grand Prix 2023. Next, India finished second in the medal tally with dash medals in the Asian Shooting Championship 2023 that was held in South Korea from October to November 2023. So India finished in second position. What was the medal tally here? 55. With a total of 55 medals, India secured second position here. Among these 55 medals, 21 were gold, 21 silver, and 13 were bronze. Correct. Then remember, they were the 15th edition of these Asian Shooting Championship. This was held here in South Korea. Correct. Take a note of this also. Then which is the country that secured the first position? It is China that secured the first position here with a total of 76 medals. Next, who has recently won F1 Sao Paulo Grand Prix 2023? So who has won the Sao Paulo Grand Prix 2023? It was also won by Max Verstappen, and Mexico City Grand Prix also won by Max Verstappen. Right? Then if I ask you, Indians women hockey, right? Indian women's hockey team, they have won the 7th edition of the Women's Asia Championship trophy by defeating Japan. Correct. And the finals for this, what is the location where this was held? In Ranchi, Jharkhand. Right. Next, name the cricket team that recently won their first Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy 23-24 title. So who is that cricketer who has recently won their first Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy 23-24 title? So it is Punjab State's cricket team that has won their first Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy 23-24. They defeated Baroda team in the final, correct? And the final match was the, what was the location of the final match? It is Mohali, Punjab, correct? Next thing, remember, this was the 16th edition of the Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy. And where was this the final held? Mohali, Punjab. Next, in November, Indian contingent finished second in the medal tally with dash medals in the Asian Archery Championship 2023. So the Indian contingent finished second in the medal tally with a total of 7 medals in the Asian Archery Championship 2023. Out of these 7 medals, 3 were gold, 1 silver, and 3 were bronze. Right, where was the final held? Final was held in Bangkok, in Thailand. Right, and it was from 3rd to 10th of November. As we saw that India secured second position here. Which country secured the top position? It is South Korea that secured the first position with a total of 11 medals. Next, name the state government that recently signed an MOU with ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India to establish a high performance center in Kho-Kho. So in order to establish a high performance center for Kho-Kho sports, right, so that the more and more students can take part in this game, where was this high performance center for Kho-Kho set up? It was set up in Odisha. Where was this set up? It was set up in Odisha. Option 1 and 3 are same. So in Odisha it was set up. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, Rohit Sharma became the highest run scorer as captain in a single World Cup edition with dash runs in the Men's ODI Cricket World Cup 2023. Rohit Sharma, right? He became the highest score runner captain in a single World Cup edition with how many runs? So with a total of 597 runs. Right? Take a note of this also. Then remember, Rohit Sharma tops the list of the most sixes in the ODI World Cup with a total of 54 sixes. He also leads the most sixes in the 2023 ODI World Cup with 31 sixes, which is also the most number of sixes smashed in a single World Cup edition. Also, Rohit Sharma became 5th Indian to score 18,000 runs in international cricket. Other than Rohit Sharma, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Saurav Ganguly and Virat Kohli have achieved this feat. Next, who has recently won F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix that was held in Nevada in USA? So who won it? This was also won by Max Verstappen, right? Max Verstappen, he is a Belgian Dutch driver, right? Dutch Belgian driver, and he drives for Red Bull, correct? And he won the Las Vegas F1 Las Vegas Grand Prix that was held in Nevada, USA. Who secured the second position if asked? Driver of Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, secured the second position here. Next, in November, ICC introduced a stop clock in men's ODI and T20 international cricket matches. Question asked here is, the bowling team in the men's ODI and T20 will be imposed a dash run penalty if the bowler fails to bowl the next over within dash time after the completion of the previous over for the third time in an inning. That means a new rule has been introduced here in this ODI international and T20 international matches, that if a bowler fails to bowl the next over within 60 seconds, and this is for the third time in a particular match or an inning, then the penalty will be here of 5 runs. Correct? Option 4 becomes right. That is, a penalty of 5 runs will be imposed if the bowler fails to ball the next over within the 60-second time frame for the third time in a particular inning, right? So 5 runs penalty and the stop time will be for 30 seconds. Next, Novak Djokovic. He is from Serbia. He is a tennis player, right? He won his Dash Association of Tennis Professionals final title by defeating Jannik Sinner of Italy in the men's single at the Nitto ATP Finals 2023. So Novak Djokovic, he won his 7th ATP Finals by defeating whom? Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner is of Italy, right? And this was Novak Djokovic's 7th ATP title. Next, name the tennis player who recently won the women's single title at the 2023 GNP Sugros Women Tennis Association title by defeating Jessica Pegula from the USA. So, who is the tennis player? Iga Swiatek. She is from Poland, and remember, she defeated Jessica Pegula of USA to win the women's single title at the 2023 GNP Sugros Women Tennis Association finals. Next, our Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur announced the first ever Khelo India Para Games 2023 to be held in Dash in December 2023. So remember, recently Anurag Singh Thakur announced that the first ever, or we know that the first ever Khelo India Para Games, they were held where? They were held in Delhi, right? And they were the inaugural edition, we can say, or the first edition of these Khelo India Para Games that were held in Delhi. Here remember which state has secured the highest medals? It is Maharashtra that secured the highest medals in the medal tally. No, correct this here. It is not Maharashtra. It is actually Haryana. Right? Haryana secured a total of 105 medals and they secured the top position in the first ever Khelo India Para Games that were held in New Delhi. Next, the Indian Para Archery team has topped the medal tally with a total of dash medals at the 2023 Asian Para Archery Championship and CQT 2024 that was held in Bangkok, Thailand. So, Indian Para Archery team topped the medal tally with a total of 9 medals, correct? During the events that were held where in Bangkok, Thailand, right? And South Korea here secured second position with a total of 5 medals. Here remember world number 5 Rakesh Kumar, hailing from Jammu and Kashmir, right? He led the Indian team with securing 3 gold medals, correct? We are talking about archery. So Rakesh Kumar, he is associated with sports, he is associated with archery. Next, which country's tennis team has recently won Davis Cup 2023 by defeating Australia in the finals? So it is Italy. Italy's cricket team, they have recently won the Davis Cup 2023 by defeating Australian team in the final, right? This Davis Cup, this is related to which sport? This is related to lawn tennis. And if you remember, with Italy, India has also signed an MOU where they will be doing student exchange program, cultural exchange program, scientists, jobs will be transferred from one country to another so that a culture exchange can be enhanced between these two countries. Next, which of the following Indian badminton player were recently settled for second placed in the men's double leaning China Masters held at China in November 2023? So, Swastik Sairaj Ranigreddy and Chirag Sethi, they are the two Indian badminton player. They secured the second place in the men's double leaning China Masters 2023 that was held in China. If we talk about men's single titles, who won here? It was won by Kodai Naraoka of Japan. And for women's single title, remember, it was won by Shen Yufei. She is from China. Next, which team has recently won the 13th edition of Hockey India Senior Men National Championship title 2023? It was won by hockey team of Punjab. Right? This was the 13th edition of the Hockey India Senior Men National Championship, and they secured gold medal by defeating Hockey Haryana team in the finals. So friends, these were your important current affairs related to sports for November month, right? Now let's revise some current affairs, the recent sports related current affairs, right? Say for example, these are for the year 2024. Indian president inaugurated the 5th Meghalaya Games. Pat Cummins and Deepti Sharma has won the ICC Player of the Month for December 2023. Yogesh Singh has won gold medal in the men's 25-meter center fire pistol. R. Pragnanda surpasses Vishwanath Anand to become India's #1 chess player. Rohit Sharma became the most prolific T20 international centurion. South Africa to host ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup 2024. Tata Group to continue as IPL title sponsor until 2028. Ravi Shastri has received Lifetime Achievement Award. Tai Tzu Ying clinches the first women's single title at India Open. Madrid to host Spanish F1 GP from 2026. Then South Africa batter Heinrich Klaasen has announced retirement from Test cricket. Zverev led Germany beat Swiatek Poland to win the United Cup. Then FIH and Viacom 18 they signed a 4-year media rights deal. New Zealand and New Zealand has appointed Andre Adams as their bowling coach for their cricket team. Then Madhya Pradesh emerged as the overall champion for the first ever beach games that were held in Diu. Australian cricketer Shaun Marsh has announced retirement, and Rohit Sharma became the first men's player to play 150 T20 international. Correct. So these are your important current affairs for the topic related to sports. Now let's move to some other revision current affairs that will be beneficial for your learning. Name the actor who has been recently appointed as the UPI Safety Ambassador of National Payment Corporation of India. So Pankaj Tripathi, very famous actor, he has been appointed as the UPI Safety Ambassador by NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Chief Executive of the Association of Mutual Funds in India? Venkat Nageshwar Chalasni ji, right? He has been appointed as the new Chief Executive of the Association of Mutual Funds in India. Right? Take a note of this. He will replace whom? He will be replacing NS Venkatesh, correct? Who served for 2 consecutive terms of 3 years each since October 2017. Next, name the bank that has recently signed a partnership with Indian shuttler Pranoy Haseen or PH Sunil Kumar, that is HS Pranoy, for brand promotion. Which is that bank? It is Federal Bank, right? Federal Bank, they recently signed a partnership with Indian shuttler HS Pranoy for brand promotion. Next, who has recently become the fleet commander of the Indian Navy's Western Fleet? CR Praveen Nair, right? Rear Admiral CR Praveen Nair has been appointed, or he became the new fleet commander of the Indian Navy's Western Fleet. He succeeded whom? He succeeded Rear Admiral Vineet McCarthy, right? And he was in the position of the fleet commander of Western Fleet since November 2022. Next, which country has recently re-elected Pedro Sanchez as the Prime Minister? So, Spain has recently re-elected Pedro Sanchez as their Prime Minister, and this will be his second term. Next, who has recently been appointed as the Director, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer and key managerial person of Kotak Mahindra Bank for next 3 years? Ashok Vaswani, right? Ashok Vaswani has been appointed as the Director, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer and your key managerial person for Kotak Mahindra Bank. He will be in this position for the next 3 years. He succeeded whom? He succeeded Deepak Gupta. Next, which country has recently elected Javier Milei as their president? So, Argentina has recently appointed Javier Milei as their new president. Take a note of this. Next, which country has recently appointed Luke Friedman as their prime minister. So Luke Friedman has been appointed as the prime minister of Luxembourg. Next, name the personality who recently was appointed as the brand ambassador of West Bengal. So who was appointed as the brand ambassador of West Bengal recently? Saurav Ganguly, also known as Dada, and the announcement was made during the 7th edition of the Bengal Global Business Summit that was held in Kolkata. Right? He is also known as Prince of Kolkata, also Dada, Saurav Ganguly. Next, which bank recently appointed Lakshmi Ramakrishnan Srinivas as the additional director? So, South Indian Bank has recently appointed Lakshmi Ramakrishnan Srinivas as the additional director. Correct? And this is a private sector bank, headquarter of which is in Thrissur, Kerala. And he will be in this position for the next 3 years. Name the personality from India who was recently elected as the Vice Chair of United Nations Panel of External Auditors for 2024. Girish Chandra Murmu, right? CAG of India, that is Comptroller and Auditor General of India, was elected as the Vice Chair of United Nations Panel of External Auditors for 2024. Next. So friends, these are your important current affairs for the day. I hope the session was interesting and you have learned multiple things from these two topics. Now, let's move to some revision current affairs. They will be very beneficial for your learning. Next, in November, Indian Armed Forces took part in the Dash edition of the joint military exercise with Australian Army, Austra Hind, held in Perth, Australia. So, this exercise, Austra Hind, right? Austra Hind. This was the exercise. It was held between India and Australia. Question asked here is, it was the which edition? It was the second edition of this exercise that took place recently. Correct? Next the question can be asked is, what is the location where this exercise was held? It was held in Perth, Australia. This question also becomes important. Next, the Dash edition of Indo-Nepal joint training exercise Surya Kiran held between India and Nepal began at Pithoragarh, UK in Uttarakhand in November 2023. This was the 17th edition. This was the 17th edition of the Indo-Nepal joint training exercise, that is Surya Kiran. And this was the 17th edition of this exercise held between India and Nepal. What is the location where this was held? Pithoragarh. Pithoragarh. Where is Pithoragarh? In Uttarakhand. So 17th edition of this exercise. Next, the 9th edition of Net Polrex. Net Polrex. Right? This is the 9th edition of the National Level Pollution Response Exercise Net Polrex that was conducted by Indian Coast Guard in the Dash state. So it was conducted where? So this was held in, location is Gujarat. See, now location is being asked. So these are the few points. Name of the exercise, countries between which this exercise is being conducted, then the edition, then if any Indian naval ship, any Indian regiment or any Indian aircraft took part in that exercise, and the location of that exercise becomes important. So right option here becomes option 3. Who has recently been appointed as the President of Renewables and Chief Executive Officers and Managing Director of Tata Power Renewable Energy Limited. Dipesh Nanda has been appointed as the President Renewables and the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Tata Power Renewable Energy Limited. Correct? Take a note of this. He succeeded whom? He succeeded Ashish Khanna. He succeeded Ashish Khanna. Correct? Next, Supreme Court Collegium had recently Supreme Court Collegium has recommended additional Judge Siddhartha Roy Chaudhary for the appointment as the permanent judge of the Dash High Court. So Supreme Court Collegium recently recommended additional Judge Siddhartha Roy Chaudhary for the appointment as the permanent judge of Calcutta High Court. Option 5. Next, name the personality from India who has recently been elected as the member of United Nations Advisory Committee on Administrative and Budgetary Questions for 3 years term. The right option here becomes, he will be Surendra Kumar Adhana. Option 4. Senior Indian diplomat Surendra Kumar Adhana was re-elected as a member of United Nations Advisory Committee on Administrative and Budgetary Questions, and he will be in this position for 3 years, that is from 2024 till 2026, beginning from 1st of January 2024. Name the annual command level exercise that has been recently conducted by the Eastern Air Command of the Indian Air Force from October to November 2023. What is the name of that annual command level exercise? It is Purvi Akash. Right? Purvi Akash. It was from 30th of October to 5th of November in 2023. Right? And this exercise was held in the northeastern region. Correct? And the indigenously developed light combat aircraft Tejas also participated in this Purvi Akash. Next, name the country that has recently signed a contract with India to supply and produce handheld anti-aircraft missile IGLA-S man-portable air defense system, that is MANPAS. MANPADS. What is this MANPADS? MANPADS is your missile IGLA man-portable air defense system. Correct? So which is that country that has signed a contract with India to supply and produce these anti-aircraft missile IGLA-S MANPADS. Right? Which is that? Tell me. Which is that country? It is Russia. Also remember, which is the that missile that was developed between India and Russia together? That is BrahMos missile. Right? So it is Russia that signed a contract with India to supply and produce these anti-aircraft missile IGLA-S MANPADS. Next, in which city 9th edition of the joint military exercise of India and Sri Lanka Mitra Shakti was commenced on 16th of November 2023? It was in Pune, Maharashtra. Where was it? It was Pune, Maharashtra. This was the 9th edition of the joint military exercise of India and Sri Lanka Mitra Shakti that was commenced on 16th of November. This was a 14-day long exercise, right? And it was between India and Sri Lanka. Right? Then, who has been recently appointed as a member of the Strategic and Technical Advisory Group for TB by WHO? So this STAG is your Strategic and Technical Advisory Group that was set up for tuberculosis disease. It affects your lungs. It is a communicable disease. This was set up by WHO. Question asked here is, who has been appointed as a member to this STAG of tuberculosis? Here, Sarang Dio. Right? He has been appointed as a member to this STAG. And remember, Professor Sarang Dio, he is a professor of operation management at the Indian School of Business. Correct? And he will be a part of 15-member expert group that was set up by WHO for eliminating this or eradicating this tuberculosis. Next, who has been recently appointed as the chairman and managing director of Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited? So, who has been appointed here? Chetan Bhagat. I correct. Who has been appointed here as the chairman and managing director of Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited? He will be K.S. Murthy. Kopu Sadashiv Murthy has been appointed as the chairman and managing director of BHEL. He will be in this position from 1st of November 2023 till 28th of Feb 2027 till any further orders. He will be succeeding whom? He succeeded Nalin Singhal. Right? He succeeded Nalin Singhal. Next, name the personality who has recently been appointed as the executive director of RBI. Who has been appointed as the executive director? Manoranjan Mishra has been appointed as the executive director with effect from 1st of November. Right? And here, Manoranjan Mishra, he will oversee 3 departments that are enforcement, risk monitoring and external investment operations. Who has been recently sworn in as the Chief Information Commissioner of the CIC, Central Information Commission? Hiralal Samaria. Right? He has been recently sworn in as the Chief Information Commissioner of the CIC, that is Central Information Commission, and he became the first scheduled caste Indian IAS officer to hold this position. And Draupadi Murmu ma'am, President of India, administered the oath of the office at the function at Rashtrapati Bhavan. He succeeded whom? He succeeded Yashvardhan Kumar Sinha. Next, which organization has recently appointed Govardhan S. Rawat and Dr. Ajay Kumar Sood as Deputy Managing Director for a term of 5 years? So, NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, right? They have recently appointed Govardhan S. Rawat and Dr. Ajay Kumar Sood as the Deputy Managing Directors for a period of 5 years. Next, which of the following personalities have been recently appointed as a part-time member of NFRA, that is National Financial Reporting Authority? So, Pankaj Tripathi, I correct myself, R. Narayan and Sanjay Kalapur. R. Narayan Swamy and Sanjay Kalapur, they both have been recently appointed as the part-time member of NFRA. NFRA is your National Financial Reporting Authority. This is an independent accounting regulator and they have been appointed in this position for 3 years. Sanjay Kalapur, remember, he was on the board of directors of IDBI Bank, and from 2018 to 2021 he served as an international council member at large for American Accounting Association. In which city 9th edition of the joint military exercise of India and Sri Lanka Mitra Shakti took part? We just saw this question, right? It was in Pune, Maharashtra. Same question. Next, in which state 14th edition of the India USA joint special force exercise Vajra Prahar 23 was commenced on 21st of November 2023? So this Vajra Prahar, remember, this was the 14th edition of this exercise. It is between India and USA. Question asked here is, what is the location of this exercise where this was conducted? It was in Meghalaya, right? In Umroi, Meghalaya. We saw this Vajra Prahar 2023, that is the 14th edition of this exercise. It was a 21-day long exercise, that is a 3-week long exercise held from 21st of November till 11th of December last year in 2023. Next, in November, DRDO and Indian Navy, they successfully conducted the second flight test of naval anti-ship missile short range. This will be here only corrected, right? So, DRDO and Indian Navy, they successfully conducted the second flight test of the naval anti-ship missile short and short range, that is NASM short range, that was from Indian Navy's Dash maritime helicopter. So this missile, that is naval anti-ship missile short range, it was tested from the Indian Navy's which helicopter? What is the name of that helicopter? It is Seeking 42B. This is the name of the helicopter, maritime helicopter, from which this missile was tested by DRDO and Indian Navy together, and this was the second test for this particular missile. ACC extended the tenure of AS Rajiv, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dash, for 6 months. So ACC extended the tenure of AS Rajiv, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Bank of Maharashtra, for the next 6 months. Right? Next is, how many nodal officers from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and CBFC recently appointed to act against film piracy on digital platforms? So a total of 12 nodal officers from Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and your CBFC, that is your Central Board of Film Certification, recently appointed to act against film piracy on digital platforms. And this action has been taken under the Cinematographer Amendment Bill that took place in 2023. And the officers here will handle all the complaints that are related to film piracy, ensuring the actions will be taken within 48 hours of receiving a particular complaint. Next, who has recently been appointed as the additional director of Dabur India Limited for a period of 5 years? Sushil Chandra has been appointed as the additional director of Dabur India for a period of 5 years. Right? Sushil Chandra, he was a 9080 batch IRS officer. Correct? He previously served also as the chairperson of CBDT. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end friends, if you use a code that is VICAS10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code VICAS10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.